wish I knew the road to you. I don't care how far, I won't stop trying. I wanna be right where you are. Stop trying. I wanna get where we belong. We had the shortest time. You had to go, but I'm just so happy I had you. The morning's near and still I can't tell you how I feel. Just another lonely day to get through.
We're almost ready. Thanks for being here. Technical difficulties. But we'll start soon. Welcome everybody. Hello to Keisha and Marjorie and
How far I won't stop
Thank you,
trying.
Jennifer. All right. Are you ready for day 3 of the Level Up Your Readers Achievement Challenge? Just 5 days to test out one activity. We call it Switch It. And you see powerful leveling up with your student or students. And along the way, we're watching our star student who's doing the same activity just 5 days in a row. And he is also leveling up. In fact, today, I think you're going to be surprised at how far he levels up. Are you ready for that, you guys? Have you seen your own leveling up already? I would love to hear from you all here today. I know most of you are doing your homework and posting how your student has done, either on the Reading Simplified Facebook page or here in our Level Up Your Readers Achievement Challenge Facebook group. Either way, well done. And you can also share tonight. I'm going to be sharing some of what I've noticed, and but I want to hear more. Okay, so yes, someone in one of our groups says yes, your student moved from CVC to 4 sound words. That is awesome. Everybody, give it up for that. And what else do we have here? This is important, right? Students love it. Who have you seen that loves it? It's a game for a lot of our kids. Julie says, seen some progress. That's great. And who else is saying how they're doing? And someone's getting into CVC words. That's great. No problem, Heather. She's doing it next week. Make this challenge work for you. Another user is from Facebook is saying the students have loved it so well. They did so well from CVC to CCVC words. Sweet. Here's another person from 3 to 4 sound words. Oops, I missed it. This is the one. But welcome to whoever I just put up on the screen. Sweet. Oh, okay, so this is good. From 4 sounds where the consonant cluster is at the end to 4 sounds where the consonant cluster at the beginning, which is harder. Did you know that? And Lori says she's working with a group of first graders and the second grader loved it. That's awesome. How many of you thumbs up or love if your kids enjoyed it? Did they find it to be fun? That's helpful if they're going to learn something along the way. And this isn't an activity that's just fun. It is also very rewarding in educational outcomes. Okay, so if you're starting out brand new, don't worry. Okay, today we've got you covered. Okay, so I'm going to review really quickly tonight what it is that we need to do. Okay, but we'll also get into the good stuff, the really good stuff, and see how our star student flies. Okay, doesn't that sound great? So some names show, some don't, because I'm streaming to multiple platforms, and only the folks on the Reading Simplified Facebook page, I think, show up to me, or maybe the Level Up group. If you're at YouTube, we'd love to hear from you. Say hi. And Twitter, I'm trying to get some people to watch us on Twitter. Okay, so are you ready? Let's get into our agenda for today. You're here for Level Up Your Reader's Achievement in the Next 5 Days Challenge. If this is your first time, welcome. If you're an old pro, we're so glad you're here. I'm Dr. Marnie Ginsburg from Reading Simplified, and we streamline reading instruction so we can also accelerate student reading achievement. All students will accelerate with these activities that we use here at Reading Simplified, and Switch It is just one of the early best ones that we want to draw attention to. Okay, so we've already started our agenda item number 1. How did Switch It go? I'm going to share a few more things in a minute. Then we're going to pick our winner. We have a little spin to win kind of thing again. And then we'll go over real fast how to participate, because people are coming in at all parts of this challenge, and I love that. Please do invite your friends. Keep them coming. If you're seeing benefit, you know you have colleagues or friends that would want to join in as well, so they're welcome to come. Then we're going to talk about today's main teaching point. Yesterday it was the power of paired contrasts or minimal pairs. Today it's challenge students' phonemic development. Then you get to see the star student. How do you think he'll do today? Will he still be at 3 sound words? What do you think if you're a newbie? And maybe we'll have some time for questions and definitely a winner. How do you become a winner? Well, we have 2 ways. Right here, for those of you who comment with questions or ahas or any kind of encouragement, you'll be entered into a drawing. Greg, our team member in the Philippines, will pick a name and we will spin to win right here. But also I'll show you the other way to win by posting in our daily challenge post. Okay, so first let's go over some of the goodies that we heard from all of you. Up there at the top, Jennifer says she tried about 10 words. Students didn't want to stop. I love that, right? How many of you had people get all excited about it? And Erin was really interesting. She said she worked with 2 first grade students. I used the CVC list, and these students have IEP goals in this area, so I want to measure growth specifically in CVC words to show our team. You might be able to nail CVC and go up to CVCC, which is your goal afterwards. See if you could do it this week. Look at what she says in the last sentence. What surprises me is how much faster this seems to be working than our district's chosen intervention program. That is what we're all about here at Reading Simplified. Who else is finding results that beat what you're normally expected to do? This is the leveling up that this challenge is all about. So way to go, Erin. Ellie said she used level 1A with student A. I was surprised because she knew more sounds than I thought. That's one of the great things about one-on-one or a really small group. You can find out things you might not realize about the kids. And she learned 1 new sound. That's awesome. Who saw their kids learn a new sound? And Stacy says we reviewed CVC words by flexing back and forth between that short E and short I. I love it. Pet, pit. And it had been a struggle up till now, but then she went into writing and saw improvement, direct improvement after just 1 activity. Pretty darn cool. And a couple more here, you guys. Jamie in the right says my student is loving doing Switch It. Let me move my face. I'll be this teacher right here for a little bit. He begs me to do 1 more list. That's fun. If they want to keep going, and he's on 15A. She's seen such a huge confidence boost. Karen says she did 2 sounds and then went into 3 sounds. They learned 2 more letter sounds. Way to go. And she was surprised by how much they wanted to keep going. Now, a little trick about this. That's a great sign, but also keep the activity brief so that they keep loving it, and you kind of cut it off before they've gotten tired of it. That's a trick for almost all reading intervention work. Lisa said I did switch it with 3 groups, and every group says switch it is our favorite. They asked if they could do it tomorrow, and Ashley said we started with 3 sounds, then bumped to 4 sounds. I love it. And they're adding new sounds, so that is what I'm kind of aiming for at the end of tonight. If you guys are going to help me to fill out my wall over here. Last year we filled out a wall of Post-its. You can't see it yet. There, I've only got one and it doesn't have anything on it. What I'd like to do is start to take notes from what you post, these colorful Post-its, and put, a different teacher or parent on each one. Just your first name, and learned 1 sound, moved up 1 level, learned 3 sounds, stayed same level, whatever. Little snippets like that so we can see how we're actually leveling up all over the world. Right? Tony Marie, or Mary maybe, she says she's noticing an increase with engagement, especially the kids with attention deficit. That is awesome. Lindsay says her kiddos never tire of it. That is so excellent. Okay, should we pick our winner from yesterday? So for everyone who posted in our daily challenge, Greg put all those names in a little wheel, and we're going to show the wheel. And so whoever wins today is going to get this whole phonics decodable book set. Actually, snail mail. We're going to deliver it to you. So now let's move over to the drawing of the name. So we have a little video to see who is the winner. Here we go. This is the winner from whoever posted yesterday on the day 2 homework. If you don't know where to find that, make sure you check your email from us. And if you don't get an email from us, hang tight. We'll show you about that. Here we go. Here's the day. So Michelle gets those whole phonics book set. Did you catch your name? Did you catch it, Michelle? Somebody was so close. Sorry. All right. So again, if you're brand new, here is how to participate. Number 1, sign up to get into this free event so you get our emails and you know what's going on. That's the most important. Okay. Greg, can you drop that link? Here is where you're going to join us if you haven't already. Give us a thumbs up or a heart if you know you're already in it, because you're getting the daily email. Number 2, as soon as you sign up, there's a thank you page that will invite you over to this group. This is the group where you find the goodies and the best coaching from us. Okay, so make sure you either get in the group from the thank you page or from the email that we use to invite you. Then go to guides. The guide section of this is the Facebook group to get the good stuff, the switch it lists, and how to do this event. This is what it looks like on mobile. So go to guides once you're in the group. Okay, here is where it all gets started. You got to sign up. Okay, and once you sign up, you will snag this little guide. It's a selection of how to do switch it and switch it word lists, and particularly those letter sound cards. Cut out those letter sound cards, and then tomorrow just try switch it with 1 student. If you haven't yet, go ahead and try it. That is all that we're asking you to do in this challenge. Anybody can pick up this challenge at any point. We are going to have a collection of all of these daily videos on one website starting this Saturday, and they'll be available for about 5 days, so you can catch up more easily if you don't want to catch up in the Facebook group. And so that fits to those of you who are, not on Facebook. So that's how to do it. And then just go and switch it. Try this activity with at least one child. All right. Are you ready for today's teaching point? I forgot one more thing. Don't forget how to post. This is yesterday's daily post. Again, you'll see it in the email, a link to this. This is where you get entered into the contest. If you've worked with a student, tell us what you did and how they've improved. If you haven't been able to work with a student, tell us something that you're excited about or what you're learning. Okay, that's all there is to this challenge. And guess if you participate, you can even go back and fill in for day 1 and day 2, so you can be entered in for the grand prize, because that is the fun stuff. Today's person who wins from today's day 3 post will win this set of crazy long card games. Very fun. One sound A is a card deck, and kids learn all the different main spellings of the A sound with that game and play it like crazy eights. It's super fun. It's from our colleague Sound Readers. And then don't forget, if you are doing all 5-day posts, you're entered into the grand prize, which is all this loot. A set of phonic books, a set of whole phonics books, this set of crazy long card games, and that little Leggy liner to make handwriting lines, and a complete grade level of downloadable materials for Reading Simplified from the Reading Simplified Academy. So make sure you do that. Tara loves that card game. Okay, so that is how to participate. Now let's get on to our teaching point. Here we go. My encouragement for you is, especially starting tomorrow, is for you to challenge your students' phonemic development. What is the highest level of phonemic difficulty that your student can handle with your support? So maybe independently they can do 3 sound words, but they are frustrated at 4 sound words. That's okay. If they're frustrated at 4 sound words, but you're there to support them, then they will be able to rise to the occasion. So go ahead and go to 4 sound words. Someone's already volunteered to get the grand prize. Who else wants the grand prize? I think it's the best one we've done so far. Oh, this is interesting. A school psychologist is saying that this is an activity she's testing kids on, and they struggle to do it. And so, tell the psychologist how this game can make a big difference for those kids. And Pauline, you work with 10th graders. Well, be on the lookout for a middle school student that we're going to show a video of in the Facebook group this coming week, so you can see how you do switch it with a higher level. So anyone who's not yet fluent, we can do switch it. Okay, so what do I mean by phonemic difficulty? This is an easier word to manipulate is like a 3 sound word like cat. It's easier to read it, it's easier to spell it, it's easier to segment or manipulate the parts of cat. That is easier than even a 4 sound word like cast. Cast. That is a phonemic difficulty level. 3 sounds is easier than 4 sounds. So the further up we push our students in their phonemic development, the better they're going to have deeper sound symbol correspondence, sound-based decoding processing. We push them to the highest level, because in English you really need some fairly sophisticated skill and automaticity with phonemic processing. This helps us unlock how the code works. So, and our switch it lists are designed for that. They progressively get harder. So at the bottom we would have the word hop, that's 3 sounds, but help is harder because it's got the consonant cluster at the end. And then 4 sound word stop is harder than help because the consonant cluster is at the beginning. And then stomp is harder still. Sprint is 6 sounds. So that's super hard. And then another level that we aim for our older students, or the kids who are really progressing fast, is to do nonsense words. We don't start there, but and beginners certainly don't need it. They can read real words, but to really challenge phonemic difficulty, we can maybe even go to nonsense words. So to change sprus to sprunt to sprunt to sprint, which is a real word. Sprint, splint, another real word. Splint, splant, splant, spland, splant, spland, sprand, and so on. So can you challenge your students' phonemic difficulty or the phonemic level? So if they were at 3 sounds today, can you go to 4 sounds tomorrow? That is my goal for you. Okay? Are you ready for seeing how our STAR student is doing? If you were here on day 1 and or day 2, let us know what you noticed about the student so that those who are new can get a refresher. Just a little to back up on some of the logistics in terms of the 2 things that we were looking at particularly besides engagement. What phonemic difficulty level is the student at? Are they at CVC, 3 sounds, or are they at CVCC, 4 sounds? How many letter sounds are they able to do? How many short vowels do they know? When I tested our STAR student on the weekend before this challenge, he could not segment 3 sound words. And he didn't know any short vowels, and he knew 7 letter sounds, some peculiar ones, including V and K. Didn't know some of the letters in his own name. So we started on Monday at 3 sounds. It was a struggle, right? But I added more letter sounds. Look at all the letter sounds, including 2 short vowels. He kind of handled it, didn't he? And then on Tuesday, I stayed at 3 sounds, but look, we've added another short vowel and some other letters. We're actually teaching them letter sound knowledge in the context of this activity. And we're trying to build phonemic segmentation, phonemic manipulation ability simultaneously. So those are the 2 things we're trying to level up. How do you think he's going to do today? Okay, I'd love to hear from you guys. He could not segment 3 sound words at all on Sunday, and he knew no short vowels. What would a typical reading curriculum have him do on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday? Maybe teach him 1 letter sound, 1 new letter sound, maybe 2 by Wednesday. But he's got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's already gotten about 7 or 8 new letter sounds, and he's gotten a lot better at phonemic segmentation, and he can even manipulate 3 sound words. So if he can some of the time manipulate 3 sound words, what should I do with him on day 3? I want to hear from you guys. Here's someone who says our STAR student added sounds each day, multiple sounds. Is that right? He can segment the sounds. I didn't really test him on blending because I had given him the word orally, but yeah. Yeah, that's a lot of nonsense words I did there a little bit, Renee. Yeah, basically that's what Laura's noticing. From day 1 to day 2, she's already seen big improvement in our STAR student. And so should we stay at 3 sound words? No, we should see more progression, and yeah, we should push ahead into 4 sounds. If you didn't do the pre-test, no worries, just jump right in tomorrow. Just start where you think the student can handle it with a little struggle, and if it's too easy, increase it. Julie says he will do well. He's picking things up so quickly. All right, so basically we're saying that we think that he can move up to 4 sounds. I just want you to reflect on this before you see the video. Is this what your curriculum would normally have you do? Normally your curriculum would have you do CVC for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 6 weeks or 9 weeks or 12 weeks. And your curriculum might add 1 or 2 letter sounds a week. But when you go based on what the child is capable of and you give them an activity that is very clear in how our code works, a heck of a lot more is possible. I just want to hear from you. Is this true, what I'm saying? Does your curriculum tend to limit the leveling up of your students? Someone says normal curriculum would not offer as much. Her curriculum goes slow, letter by letter. And sadly, Lynn's curriculum would not even be teaching the code. She would be having them guess. That is very tragic. And that is the way most of English-speaking classrooms are being guided right now. Mary's curriculum is 2 letters a week. Okay, so let's check out what our STAR student is capable of as we move into day 3. Share what you are noticing. Remember, we're going to be drawing from a winner at the end of the hour or the end of the time. From among your comments, what are you noticing about his growth and or what he is learning? This is our STAR student, kindergartner who had been identified as struggling, who at the beginning of the 5-day challenge did not know but 7 letter sounds and could not segment, and all I did was 8 minutes of switch it, and this is where he is on day 3. Let's get started with the first word. The first word is and. I like... Oh, you're already hearing it. I like chocolate and peanut butter. Do you? Oh, you're on to it. You're already on to the end. But let's focus first on what you hear at the beginning of and. Yeah, Which one is a? Bingo. Now we're going to listen to this sound. And. Very good. And. Which one is n? That's actually d. There's n. Very good. Can you say it when you pull it down? Pull it down and say n. So you have an. What's the last sound in and? Well, that would make ant. D is right. He said it the second time. So which one is d? You got it, but I didn't hear it.
D.
D. Very good. Let's check it now.
A.
It could be, but this is the word and.
A.
And.
D.
Very good. And the word is?
And.
So let's switch that. Are you ready? To sand. But we're going to move this down, okay? Where are we going to put this? You know what? This is a trick. I should have told you. Instead of switching this one, we're just going to add because we're making it longer. You had asked to get to the 4th letter. Today we are. Pretty cool, huh? Because you're advancing. We need a S. Where does it go? Let's see if you got sand.
A.
And the word is?
Sand.
And I want to make sure that I'm hearing this right. Sand. D.
D.
Perfect. We need to switch one thing to make sand into send. I'm going to send him a present. We need that. Let's listen again.
Sand.
Yeah, you've already figured it out. Get rid of the a. What sound is going to go? There is a d. Let's listen from here and I'll help you.
Wait, what was it?
Let's listen and watch.
What?
Send is the word. Watch. Send. Yes, there's an n, but what comes here? Send. N is 2 sounds. Can you figure out the sound that goes here? When I say N. Wow, he did it. So he was able to segment that. Very good. Now that makes a, though. So that would make it sand. Which one is e? As in sand or egg or excellent. This is e. This is e. We haven't done e yet, so that's fine. I'm just going to tell him, and maybe by the end of the day, he'll be more familiar with it. Let's check the sounds. It's the word send. So, d. And the word is?
Send.
Well, this is send, but we're going to switch it to sent. I was already sent. Oh, that was too easy for you. I thought I would be harder. Wow. He's rocking it. Okay, tell me the sounds. Yes, you got the n. Let's try to figure out what that one is by itself. You're kind of like you're smiling. Let's switch it to went. I went to the store. Oh, those first ones are so easy for you. Which one's what? Oh, you knew that. What? Real short. What? I went to the store. Do you see eh? Can you look at eh? There's the what? The what? And then what's the end of the word? And the last sound? Very good. Now we're going to take something away and make wet. 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 We have went. We need wet. Wow, you heard that. Wet. Aha, I think you got it. Let's check the sounds.
Wa.
Eh. Very good. All right, let's switch it one more time to let. Yep. Easy peasy. Let. Check the sounds. First sound is l. Eh. You're smiling. Let. And the word is
Wet.
let. Okay, now we're going to add a sound. Are you ready? You're going to make it longer. Go back to the long ones again. We're going to make this left. Left. Like this is my left hand. I'm going to tell you what. We need to make some, that's right. We need some space for something that's going to go here. Let's see. Left. What sound is this? Very good. Let's check. Did you make the word left?
Mm-hmm.
Look at it. Eh. And the word is left. Let's switch it to lift. I lift the mug. Lift. We need a l for lift. We have left. That's right. Get rid of the eh. We need to make lift. So what sound first goes here? Lift. What sound is that by itself? L. Eh. Lift. Okay, check each one. L. Eh. Lift. Let's check it by itself. L. Eh. We're going to switch lift to loft. A loft is like a room up high. Loft. Okay, get rid of that. Eh. Pull down the ah. You're nailing that ah. On Monday, you didn't know the ah. Let's check the sounds. Ooh. And the word is? You are flying. Okay, let's switch it to soft. Your jersey looks soft. Is it soft? Tell me the sounds. You have soft. Switch it to sift. Get rid of the ah. That's right. What sound goes here to make sift? Which is it? It. Just say it. Sift. If you sift something, you separate it. Okay, let's check the sounds in sift. We have sift. And just change it to sit. I sit down. Sit. Sift. And we need sit. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Let's check. Did you have sit? Let's see.
Sit.
This is just by itself. It. Switch it to sat. I sat in my chair. Sat.
Still not moving this one out.
You're right.
Oh.
That would make ah. Sought. We need ah. Is that ah? Ah. Okay, say the sounds. And the word is?
Sat.
You have sat. Now we're going to switch it to sash. A sash is like a little piece of fabric. Sash. Oh, you knew that. How did you know?
Because I learned it in school.
Awesome school teacher you have. Okay, check the sounds.
Ash.
It's sash. Shame or right? Okay, tell me the sounds one more time. Sash. Sash. Okay, can you switch it to lash, like eyelash? Yep, you're right. Sash, lash. 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 Very nice. guys. Lash. Okay? And let's switch it to lap. I swam 10 laps. Lap. We need the ah. We have lash. We need lap. What sound? Which one is p? Very good. Now check the sounds in lap. Oh. Pa. That's right, because this would be lapped. This is lap. Lap. What did you do today? You did short. You did it. Thank you. That's very thoughtful. You did it. You did ah. You did and you did ah. Those are all 4 new since Sunday. Let's get started with the first word. The first word is... Thank you guys for sharing what you were noticing. Wasn't it really cool how he moved up to 4 sounds and he did pretty well, right? You want to see what his chart looks like? So this is a kid who could not segment 3 sound words on Sunday. This is Wednesday. Because of this one activity, all I did was this activity. I went a little long because I was doing a challenge and I really wanted to show some growth. You might not do quite as many. Maybe 7 minutes is about as long as I like to go with this, and I like to keep it under 5. But at the beginning, doing it a little longer is fine. But after we get into the rocking and rolling, we switch it. It's like a 3-minute activity because the kids are going so quickly. But check out all of those letter sounds. So he's leveling up with his phonemic manipulation and segmentation. He's also leveling up with his consonant knowledge, his short vowel knowledge, and his consonant digraph knowledge. That SH, one sound is a digraph. Shh. Did you notice it was on 1 tile? I saw some questions. I cover up because I really want him to focus on sounds first. Let's hear the phoneme and then worry about the letter. Older kids might not need that, but usually at the beginning of this activity, they're not thinking in sound, so I want them to first hear sounds and then think about what letter. So I often do that with any beginner, no matter what their age. If you want to see it in a small group, check out the day 1 video. At the very beginning of that video, we had a small group sample. I might put another one in the Level Up Facebook group, but go to guides for day 1 and watch the day 1 video and you can see a small group sample. Okay, so Greg is going to give us a winner in a second. And let's see if there's anything I missed here, you guys. Those are, just as a reminder, these are all the things that are happening with this one simple activity. All of that, it's so powerful. That's how we roll here at Reading Simplified. All of our activities, our word work activities, do multiple things simultaneously, so we're able to really just save time. And Greg's going to get us a winner in a second, and then we'll call it a day. Thank you so much for being here. Are you ready for day 4? What can happen? What do you think will happen to him by day 5? It's fine if they forget. They don't have to memorize all of those letter sounds in one day, but each day they're going to get stronger with that knowledge. So you're there to help coach. And if you are working with a small group and they really need a lot of support, then take turns. Have one student do an activity and do one word, one switch where you're there with your hands in there and you're pointing to the letter sounds, and then have another student take their turn. That can fade after a few days once they get a little bit more confident. They're better at segmenting and their letter sound knowledge gets better. And Yvette's going to try this tonight with her grandson. I love that. And, you know, someone's saying, yeah, look at how much he learned and recalled from the day before. He didn't know short vowels at all on Sunday. And by Wednesday, he had done ah, ah, I, and eh. And he was pretty getting good at the eh. At first, it was hard, but he got better at it. And y'all were noticing he was pretty wiggly. This is a kindergarten student who had had a full day of kindergarten, then came to me about 7 at night. So, you know, it's hard work to do that when you're 5. You're welcome about the small group ideas. Okay, did I miss the winner? I think I'm seeing the congrats. There we go. Thank you, Greg. Our winner tonight for just participating in this in the live is Amy Eppringham. So let's see what Amy wins. I hope that's good for you. You can ask me some questions in a one-on-one 30 minutes. I would love to meet with you, Amy. Anything about reading? It's about all I can help you with. So check out Facebook Messenger where Greg will reach out to you so he can get you that scheduling link so you can get a one-on-one with me. So way to go, you guys. Wherever you are, if you're about to start it or if you're already doing it for your third time, kudos to you. It is awesome. Amidst all the challenges that we've got going on in our world, no matter where you are, there are a lot more challenges just in daily life and also in school life especially. So kudos to you for trying to tackle this challenge because it is challenging, but I want you to just keep persisting. Try to find that one student to work with just for 5 minutes and give this a little extra chance. If your student isn't there, pick another student and see if you can do our tip from yesterday where you do paired contrast, or maybe you can level up the phonemic difficulty. In the daily posts for tomorrow, I want to start filling up these post-it notes with how many letter sounds your kids have added so far and what levels they're at. Have they gone up? Let us know so you can kind of mimic what you're seeing here with the star student, right? And we're going to build a wall of all of your successes. You guys are awesome. We'll be back tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern, for day 4 of our star student and another tip. Good night, good morning in Australia, New Zealand, and